This lecture is comprised of an audio readout of the Heartpath Implementation Worksheet. As noted in the introductory lecture, the Implementation Worksheet is the key, working document you will use to achieve your Heartpath goals. Before we list out the contents of the worksheet, please take note that there are two downloadable resources associated with this lecture. The first is a hard copy of the worksheet itself. Many have elected to print out this file, and then use it as a checklist towards planning and implementing their Heartpath objectives. The second is a downloadable, audio-only version of the lecture, which you can listen to, like a podcast while on the go. We now begin the lecture by first describing Heartpath in a single, summary sentence to set out our overall direction. And it goes like this. Boost your emotional centers towards greater well-being and a happier life. We'll now list out Heartpath's overall strategy in a single paragraph to better frame our discussion going forward. And here it is. Discover the importance of your relationship with your heart and how its strength largely equates to the health of your emotions and general well-being. Heartpath shows you how to reconnect with your heart and use her timeless wisdom to naturally uplift and enhance your emotional well-being, freeing you up to live life more joyfully and to pursue ever higher plateaus of experience. The following summarizes Heartpath's key objectives in a brief Q&A format. 1. What is the final objective and outcome of Heartpath? To re-establish a relationship with and reconnect with your heart. 2. What are the benefits of Heartpath? You stand to gain emotional stability, greater happiness, and inspire others. 3. What pathway will help me achieve these objectives? The main methods are through packing purity into your emotional centers and reconnecting with your heart. 4. What are my emotional centers? Your emotional centers, i.e. your heart. 5. What gem will help focus my energy on my Heartpath goals? A red ruby gem? We'll now recite sections 1 to 3 of the worksheets. Section 1. Discussion. To heal your life, you will need to reconnect with your heart. Your heart is like all other things in nature. It is full of good energy and seeks out positive, enduring, balanced, and collaborative relationships. It intuitively knows the solution to all your challenges and the answers you seek. By getting back in touch with your heart and listening to her, you will become emotionally stable, look at the world in a more positive light, and become happier. To live from your heart, you need to begin listening to her again. As a start, you can do this through simply paying more attention to your gut feelings, initial reactions, and waking thoughts, and also through living more spontaneously and trusting yourself and your intuition. You also do it through nurturing natural qualities of heart in yourself, including sharing, caring, loving, and giving. By strengthening your heart, you build a pure and solid anchor from which your emotional life can flourish with confidence, brightness, and positivity, setting the stage for a larger life of peace, harmony, and love. You will also need to fill your emotional centers with purer and more wholesome contents. Undertake activities and surround yourself with better people and experiences to promote purifying your heart. This completes Section 1. We'll now start Section 2, which describes Heartpath's targets, goals, preparations, and expectations in more detail. Section 2. Essential Heartpath Targets and Goals. The goal of the Heartpath practices and worksheets is to purify the emotional centers of your life towards improving your overall emotional stability, peace, and happiness. By strengthening your heart, you build a pure and solid anchor from which your emotional life will flourish with confidence, brightness, and positivity, setting the stage for a larger life of harmony. Section 2 primarily lists items needed to prepare for Heartpath as well as the setting out of expectations. In essence, Section 2 recommends you pick up some books to cultivate habits of the heart, to keep a journal, etc. Section 2 also recommends you post your goals in a conspicuous spot to maintain your focus, repeat your Heartpath mantra on a regular basis, and to take a long-term view towards meeting your objectives. For the sake of time, we're not going to read out all of Section 2 here. Instead, you are tasked with studying it and preparing for it as necessary. We'll now start Section 3, which outlines the steps required to purify your emotional centers. Section 3. Use the following 2 main steps to purify your emotional centers. Step 1. Practices to reconnect with and follow your heart. It's no surprise that living from your heart brings about real benefits. You recognize those with a pure heart. They speak openly, truthfully, and directly, and they don't interfere with others or try to hurt, cheat, or win something. Thus, getting reacquainted with your heart and letting it speak again brings untold benefits to you and those around you. Practice these exercises to get closer to your heart. 1. Realize the true nature of yourself. Realize that your true nature is to be pure at heart. Your heart was with you from childhood and never left. Like a sleeping giant, you just need to recognize its true, pure disposition and begin to trust in it again. Seek out and set free your golden heart. Use Greg's book Heart of Gold as your guide. 2. Begin listening to and reconnecting with your heart. Keep a Heartpath Talks journal by your side. As a starting point, begin paying more attention to and recording your gut feelings, initial reactions, and waking thoughts. 3. Follow your heart. Your heart has all the wisdom you will ever need. It intuitively knows the solution to all your challenges and the answers you seek. As worries, decisions, and conflicts arise, record your first reaction, evaluate that reaction, and then follow it if it is indeed the best path. 4. Do what you love. Do things you love and that make you happy. Your heart knows what it wants and loves. Listen to it and follow its lead. Through following your heart, you might also uncover your destiny. 5. Slow down. Slow your life down, quieten it, and make time to relax. How can you get back in touch with your heart if you are constantly running about buying new stuff and watching the madness of television? De-stress and relax more are as simple as reading a book in a hammock and taking a few moments to breathe deeply in silence. 6. Make time to connect. Make sure you do take time to cultivate your heart's ability to express itself each day. Take some time for yourself to do something you love and can relax to. Stop by a coffee shop to read something, take a walk in nature on your drive home from work, or set an off-limits time in your favorite room that everyone knows is your time, so don't intrude. 7. Take a heart course. Consider taking a yoga or Reiki session which have specialized practices for engaging the heart. 8. Address past pain. A major disabler to reconnecting with your heart is emotional pain. Be sure to address past pain through self-dialogue mixed with books on healing, talking with a trusted soul, or via professional counseling. Step 2. Practices to purify your emotional centers. Your heart is like all other things in nature. It is full of pure and good energy and seeks out positive, enduring, balanced, and collaborative relationships. Use the following 4 practices to purify and cleanse your emotional centers to elevate your well-being and happiness. 1. Discover the true nature of the universe. Discover the pure and powerful centers that reside in the bosom of all things. A golden heart. Use Greg's books Heart of the Universe or Centerlife, Happiness by Design to discover these delightful truths. 2. Pack purity into your emotional centers. Practice the following 4 habits intended to cultivate purity at the core of your emotional being and watch your feelings and outlook on life soar. A. Center yourself in goodness. Make goodness and rightness your modus operandi. The universe is designed this way and so are you. Thus, dig deeply into your favorite religion or a life practice such as Stoicism to cultivate habits intended to bring the natural purity of being back into your emotional core. B. Learn to love yourself. At the core of your emotional well-being is no other than yourself. And I hope you love this person. If you can't love yourself, how can you love others? You'll need to remember why you are such a marvelous person. Write down 10 things of why you are awesome and post it someplace to remember and make you smile. C. Focus on the good and right in life. Positive thinking does affect our moods and outlook on life, and therefore the quality of life. Some are naturally inclined to think more positively than others. It seems both nature and nurture have an effect. So if you find yourself on the lower end of the spectrum, pick up a couple books on developing positive thinking habits, which rightfully so, simply focus on affixing to the positive side of situations and relationships. D. Address negative feelings. Our minds are wired to generate anxiety. How do you think our forefathers stayed focused on surviving and not being eaten? They worried a lot. Thus it is natural that negative feelings will emerge. However, keep in mind our wiring hasn't kept up with societal advances. A lot of those negative feelings aren't near as bad as they feel. Thus address significant negative feeling when they emerge. Write out your feeling, list the reasons why you feel that way, and evaluate means to address and overcome them. 3. Surround yourself with heartfelt people and things. What better way to purify your heart than by being around people and things comprised of heart stuff? Use the following 5 habits to surround yourself with better things. A. Spend time with truly gentle souls who live their life from the heart. Children are a good choice whom, prior to being socialized, live spontaneously and carefreely. Having overcome so many of life's challenges, elders also tend to live closer to the heart, so are a good source of heart intelligence. B. Spend time in nature. Her heart-like harmony gave rise to you in your heart, so through watching her, you will see and learn more about yourself. C. Add more heart elements into your bedroom and home. Think softer colors, more art and plants. Think more space and less clutter. D. Listen to heartening music. E. Read great books and watch great movies that remind us of our humanity and, yes, make us cry. 4. Practice habits of the heart. Nurture habits intended to cultivate the rightness and balance your heart loves by using the following 15 ideas to guide you. A. Be open, warm, and receptive. B. Begin listening more than you speak. C. Wait before you react. D. Give more than you take. E. Be more sharing, caring, loving, and giving. F. Live more spontaneously, try new things, and trust yourself and your intuition. G. Be kind to others as they also have their struggles to overcome. H. Donate and perform acts of random kindness with others. I. Focus on relationships, especially with family. You get back what you give, so work at giving more. J. Practice unconditional love. Accept others for who they are. K. When you feel the urge to cry, let it happen. There's nothing better than a good cry to warm your heart. L. Apologize and forgive others. M. Apologize and forgive yourself for your past mistakes. N. Stick to the high ground. People will try to pull you down from time to time. Know that keeping positive and on what's right will always overcome the negativity of others. O. Practice hymns that remind us of the magic of life and that put things in perspective. I always liked some of the hymns in the book You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hayes. This completes section 3. This lecture is now complete. I hope you picked up some great new pointers and insights towards improving your emotional fitness. See you in the next lecture, where we read out the Heartpath mantra to summarize and refresh our Heartpath objectives.